Right, here we are back again on the wonderful RewBee's World.
Yeah, what do you think of that music, huh? Everybody out there, huh?
It was
Did
awesome.
you like that?
I like it.
That was spanking Charlene.
Oh, my goodness gracious,
Yeah.
you got it right.
Yeah.
So were you just pulling his leg?
Yeah.
Oh,
Rue, come on,
come
Rue.
on. So I love my horoscope today in one of these little
Listen,
papers.
don't ignore your guest who just walked in like that. And
Well, I'm going to read his first.
Oh.
What sign are you?
Pisces.
All right.
Who is this, by the way? Zoom in a little bit on this guy over here.
This is Pisces. Bide your time until you are sure you understand where the other is coming from. Ah, now was that a tidbit?
Words of wisdom.
There you go.
Let it be.
All right, tell the world who you are.
Hi, I'm Rick Slater. I'm an independent engineer and producer. Oh, I guess we got to get a little closer on here. We're using a dynamic mic. All right.
Oh, he is a producer. Yeah, look at that.
So, yeah, I started out at Media Sound down on West 57th Street.
Very nice.
And moved over to Quad Recording for a while.
All right, Quad.
Yeah, so, had a great opportunity to learn from some fantastic people who are making great records.
Can you tell us a few? Who?
Yeah, sure.
Name drop?
Worked name drop. Worked with Debbie Harry for a while on Rockbird.
Well, I love Harry. God, I wish she'd come on the show, man.
Well, a friend of mine
Big
toured
Boss
with
would
her.
take one foot, I would take the other foot, and we would manicure her toes with our tongue. It would be unbelievable.
Well, I know people
Well,
that
you know,
her.
she's into that pampering thing, and she's really into shoes.
Oh, you hear that?
Yeah, she's really into shoes.
Trish just sends you an ass slap.
An F?
Ass slap. She's always sending ass slap.
Okay.
Thanks,
All right,
Trish. You know, yeah.
So, did...
Who else?
Let's see.
Deborah
Did a session
Harry.
one day with Keith Richards, which was a lot of fun.
Oh, well, did
Jeez.
you give him any drugs?
He
always-
Yeah, well,
can't
you know,
come
there
on,
was
you
a
can't
need.
talk about
I know.
We provided that need. You know, we filled that need.
Oh my God! I have a funny story about him when he was at someone's studio. Yeah, and they
Yeah,
didn't.
no, he was really down to
He's
earth.
cool,
really cool.
man,
He's very,
yeah.
very cool.
Who else?
Let's see. I did some work with Paul Young.
Paul Young?
Yeah, Paul Young.
Every
Paul Young, that
time.
chubby little singer dude?
Yeah. Actually did some edits. I edited the single version of Almost Hear You Sigh. It was funny.
Paul Young.
Michael Brower called me and said,
remember him?
he's
I
working
do
with
remember Paul Young.
He's working with the Stones doing the Steel Wheels thing, and he said, "Yeah, Mick likes two different mixes, but they're different levels. So you're gonna have to compensate, and he wants this part from this mix and this part from that mix. And if you screw this up, you'll never mix a salad in this town."
Wow.
So yeah, but coming up in those studios, it was a real great experience because everybody was really willing to
Your
give their
favorite all-time experience, who was it with?
Oh, my favorite all-time experience. There's been so many. My favorite all-time experience. I don't know. I had a lot of fun working with Michael Brower and the artist that he was working with, and that was, really kind of gave me the basis for working the way I do, just getting things done quick and setting up a system. So, I don't really have, like, a particular favorite.
Cool.
Now, is there a studio you work out of that you want to plug?
Well, actually, a friend of mine is building a studio in Mount Vernon. It's in an old milk factory, Borden Milk Factory.
Borden.
Yeah, and it's really cool. It's got
Wasn't
tons
Borden
of
the
sun.
cow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I saw him when he started building the place, and he's like, "I'm building 2 rooms." I'm like, "Okay." And he's like, "And I'm going to build a little alcove for your outboard rack." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "You're building 2 rooms, but you're only one engineer." He's like, "Well, I thought maybe you could, swing on by." And
Oh, wow.
So it looks like I'm going to have a little home at
Isn't that nice?
prime time. And it's great because I work in a lot of rooms where, and quite frankly, it's expensive. And this could give me the opportunity, like America's Sweetheart. There's a band that I really like, tons of energy, great little tunes, and,
Do you know about America's Sweetheart?
Oh,
though?
yeah.
No. The news.
What's the news?
They're no longer America's Sweetheart.
They're called Snatch now.
Natch.
Oh,
yeah.
Natch.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, so
What is
what-
it? Natch or Latch?
The Natch.
Oh, the Natch. Get the Natch.
The
The
Natch.
Natch.
Okay.
Just the Natch.
But I think that this is going
You
to...
got that, Natch? Yeah. The Natch with an exclamation mark, I
Yeah.
believe.
I get what happened. I guess the singer split, right?
Yeah.
Who split?
Valerie.
Valerie split.
Yeah,
Wow.
Valerie.
Time for a change.
Okay. All right. But, the rest of them,
they're all good.
She had a thing going on.
They're all good. I love them all, and I love them independently and together. They're an amazing group of people.
I'd like to hear what their music is going to sound like now.
It's going to be.
That's really.
It's going to be the Natch.
I think it's going to be heavier. I would guess heavier.
Well, they got Paris on vocals.
Yeah.
Now. Who's taking the lead vocals now? Chris?
I think Paris.
Oh,
maybe.
Paris is?
I think they're
She's
going to
got a
take
good
turns.
voice, actually, I like her
Yeah,
voice.
I know. I think they'll take turns.
And then
Trish
Trish.
sings.
Well,
and
that's the thing. That there's a lot vocally going on in those two.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, is
writing.
Natch listening right now? Are they? Are they?
Trish is.
Call
Trish,
in.
why don't you call
Trish,
in?
why don't you
Say
call?
hello.
212-283-3437.
Yeah, why don't you call in?
Give us a little jingle.
And I'd also like to hear from Valerie, too. Let's see what's
Valerie,
going on.
you listening? We'd love to hear from you.
So what's going on, Val?
We love you, Val.
You know?
So, I like the clubhouse up in Rhinebeck. It's a residential facility, and it's great to get a band out of their daily lives, away from everything, in a place where their cell phone doesn't work.
Nice.
Now you only can do one thing: make the freaking record.
And listen to the bitch that their fucking cell phone doesn't work. Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
Sounds like a nightmare. I can't get my calls. I need to call them. Do you have a phone? Where can I go? I got to go into town.
Years ago, we were doing this record, Bluey Some, and Neville, who was Bluey
Cellular withdrawal.
was constantly all over everybody's ass. And the producer...
We got a call? And who is it? Trish? Trish is on the line.
Trish,
Sorry
the
to
Natch
interrupt you.
dish.
Natch girl. Say hello.
I'm not hearing Trish.
Give it a second.
Oh, there's, we love this station, arismaradio.com.
Plug it in, baby.
Arisma Radio. It's got the chutzpah. It's got the techno.
Anyway, the producer always carried a roll of quarters, and whenever the artist would get in his face, he'd give him a roll of quarters. Well, the guy was
Go
totally...
to the pinball machine.
No.
Payphone.
Oh, payphone.
Spanking and bondage films.
Oh, cool.
We were right there in Times Square, and he'd go out for like 3 hours, and we'd get some work done, and he'd come back, and he'd be like all chilled out,
Wow.
After he just threw a batch on the floor and whatever.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
You know what goes on.
There's all sorts of little tricks to get people out of your hair.
Sure.
Well, that sounds like an interesting trick.
And get hair out of your peep.
Oh,
What's the show
my.
Huh?
It doesn't matter.
There's no
The
rating.
internet.
There's no rating.
Oh, absolutely not. Are you fucking crazy?
Yeah, no ratings over here, but
No
we're
rating.
we're hopefully rated like A+. Yeah.
Who are you
because-
with? What are you involved in now? What's going on with you now? Are you looking for a new band?
I'm looking
to,
for a good rock band with good vocals.
You're
I'm not
kidding.
really into screaming. I want some melody, and I've
You're
heard
kidding.
this band called Urban Snake that really kicked me.
Forget about Urban Snake. I got a band for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, first off, let me tell you something. They get a lot of It's a female-fronted band.
Oh, B.
They get a lot of comparisons to like Blondie, X, The Distillers, Hole.
Okay.
The Beef. Does that sound like something that you might be interested? I mean, that might be a little appealing to you. We'll talk later then.
Oh, B.
We'll talk
I've
later
actually
then.
kind of stepped away from rock for a minute, and I did this jazz record, which was really refreshing because I only used one compressor.
Oh, okay.
It's like set it up and let the cats play.
Uh-huh.
And it was a lot of fun. And since I don't get to do that kind of thing, I had a really different approach. So everyone in the studio was like, "Oh, you're doing it that way, huh?"
So for all you techies out there and gearheads and sound, engineer, producer type people, I mean, we got somebody in the studio here that's, a real live working person that works with this stuff.
A real live working person?
If you got
do we usually have real dead working people here?
Just the people you invite,
Dead
Rue.
girl.
So if anybody's got any questions for this gentleman, this would be a great time for you to
that would
call
be
in.
fun. Yeah.
Offer a little, consultation or whatever, free advice. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're looking for music. You've got this band called
Urban Snake.
Urban Snake.
Yeah, I went and saw them play, and I was knocked out. I just kind of... GarageBand sent me like a little blurb, like, the following bands are playing in your neighborhood. And I was like, oh, cool. I mean...
Where is this? Where is your neighborhood?
Wow,
Where
you
is it?
I
actually
live in
went.
Westchester.
Okay.
Where in Westchester? Mount Vernon?
Tuckahoe.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Tuckahoe.
Mount Vernon's not far at all.
Love that word.
We got a break, and then we're going to
Tuckahoe.
come right back. So,
right, then.
Ruby's World, we'll be right back.
Tuckahoe, next to Pinchahoe,
seconds.
next to Renahoe,
Tuckahoe.
the Lisa Ho,
It's Yonkers.
Copahoe. All right.
We'll be right back. Thank you. Ruby's World.
Give me a second over here. Can I put something on for